What I'm about to tell you, folks, might actually shock you. Might actually 100% shock you. Now. Before I say what I'm about to say, I want you guys to think about something. I want you guys to think about something real quick. Monday Night Raw in 2018 suffered their lowest TV show ratings in the 26-year history of the show. 6 different times. Now, put that in your head and listen to what I'm about to tell you. Monday Night Raw had the better opening to their show than SmackDown Live tonight. Let me repeat that in case if you didn't catch on. Monday Night Raw had the better opening to their show last night than SmackDown Live did tonight. Shocking, right? When do you see Monday Night Raw being praised in the same sentence? Never. It's rare for that to happen. Tonight, yeah. You can put that comparison in the books tonight. Raw had the better opening segment to the show than SmackDown Live did tonight. I mean, obviously Raw just went straight to the fucking picture when it came to the Universal Championship. Obviously they did what they needed to do. And I understand that and I respect that at the same time. Obviously they didn't see Braun Strowman as the top guy after what he did last week. Obviously, I have to change it up. And also, I heard reports this afternoon that Brock Lesnar wanted to face Finn Balor. Crazy. I didn't even expect that. But then again, you got to come and think about this with AEW on the horizon. Obviously, they had to push Finn Balor because of that, which I forgot to mention last night on the Raw review. Even though I had it on my notes, I forgot to mention it. Only reason why they pushed Finn Balor was because the simple fact that, one, he doesn't like his position on the main roster. 2, he's being miscast and underutilized. And 3, who knows, he might end up leaving the company to go to AEW. So I think that's why Vince pushed Finn Balor to start his push now. I don't know how I feel about that, but hey, shit happens, right? Shit happens. But the only 2 things that I liked about this show tonight was the matchup between Rey Mysterio and Andrade Cien Almas. No, folks, I will not be calling him Andrade. You did it with Cesaro and you did it with Big E. Do not do it to Andrade Cien Almas. You keep the name Andrade Cien Almas intact. But with that being said, I love the matchup between Rey Mysterio and Andrade Cien Almas. And the fact that we got to see Mandy Rose in lingerie. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. Anyways, with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. My name is Chris, of course. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys missed it last night, I uploaded a Raw review. That video will be down below in the description. If you guys have not checked it out, I advise you guys to do so. Also, be sure, guys, to hit that thumbs up button. Smash that like button as hard as you possibly can. Be sure to comment down below what you guys thought about SmackDown Live tonight. What you guys thought about the Rey Mysterio and Andrade Cien Almas matchup tonight. Which, in my opinion, not only is match of the night, it could be looked at for best match of 2019. Hey, it's early. We got a long year. I'm really going to say this already. Mysterio versus Almas could be match of the year candidate for 2019. Also, guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Turn that bell for all notifications. Let's review SmackDown Live tonight from Birmingham, Alabama. For this Tuesday, January 15th, 2019. We see Becky Lynch arrive at the arena. Becky is asked about becoming the #1 contender for the women's title. And if she's ready for Asuka. I think she is. Becky says we know the answer, and she will tell everyone in the ring. She tosses the keys to Kayla Braxton. I don't know why she didn't even catch that shit. My God. She walks by the New Day and Heavy Machinery as the New Day is disgusted by what Otis is making in the blender. Otis asks Becky if she would like to sip, and she samples it and says, it's a little weak. Products by Titus Catering. Had the pancakes, had the eggs, had the batter. All fresh organic ingredients by Titus Catering. We go from last night from Raw. We went from tres leche cake and flan and fucking plátano con salami with shrimp mofongo to pancakes, eggs, and batter. So we go from dinner and dessert last night on Raw to breakfast. Moving along. She walks by, well, they're in Birmingham, Alabama, and their announcers are obviously Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton. I hate Byron Saxton on commentary. He's such a fucking fruity pebble. Yes, I am calling Byron Saxton a fruity pebble. I don't know how. I'm just listen. Just go along with it. Becky Lynch makes her way down to the ring and says that in 2 short weeks she's getting the opportunity to take her title back. This is the same title she got the whole world talking about. Where is it now? The whole roster thinks that what she is doing is a fluke. So the main roster is thinking that what Becky is doing right now is a fluke. So you're saying that SmackDown Live miscast Becky for the past 2 years until the summer of 2018, only for her to get this huge reaction for what she did at SummerSlam, and from there, she skyrocketed all the way to the top. Yet people on the main roster that says what Becky's doing is a fluke. Whatever, I guess. They think getting the world to listen, connecting with the fans, main eventing, and being the man is easy. But they see how hard it is. Everyone is trying to be a badass since she broke through. That is facts. So Charlotte. Asuka is finding out how hard it is to lead this division now. Becky's speaking factual information here. She was leading this division clearly after SummerSlam. That's why Becky got so hot between SummerSlam and Hell in a Cell. They decided to give her the championship from Hell in a Cell, and then she had to lose it at TLC because of what's about to happen during WrestleMania season. Which I don't blame creative at all at this point. I honestly would have gave Charlotte the matchup against Asuka, but then again, that matchup is too big for the Royal Rumble, so you have to go with Becky. But I said this last week on the SmackDown review, and I'm going to say it again here. If Becky's going to main event WrestleMania against Ronda Rousey, this matchup against Asuka at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, she can't get pinned. She can't get pinned. I would have Becky low-key lose the matchup by disqualification. Or I would have Asuka lose by DQ. At the same time, it makes Becky look strong. And then again, you got Carmella as number 30. Becky can just beat Carmella up before Carmella even steps into the ring at the Rumble. Becky would take Carmella's spot at number 30. And then from there, you have the storyline between Becky and Nia Jax, where Nia broke her face, #facebreaker. And then you have Charlotte and Becky. Either you have Becky win the Rumble, or you have Becky and Charlotte replay the 1994 Royal Rumble with Bret Hart and Lex Luger. That's how I'm booking it. That's how I'm booking it. Becky says there are those who try to discredit her and say that she is hype. Becky says she delivers on everything she says every time. If you really want to talk about hype, Asuka walked into last year's WrestleMania indestructible and undefeated. But not only did she lose, Asuka fell off the radar after that loss. The invincible Asuka was not able to beat the woman that Becky has defeated all over the world for 5 months, and Asuka is asking if Becky is ready. Ooh. Bad bitch Becky delivers in a promo. Love it. Absolutely love it. Asuka makes her way to the ring. Asuka says Becky likes hype and talk, and she's a B without sting. Wow. She says after the Royal Rumble, you will not be in Charlotte's shadow because you will be in mine. Okay, Asuka, I feel you, Asuka. I feel you on that, Asuka. I really feel you. Jesus. Her promo was okay. Asuka sounded okay on the microphone. She's obviously still learning English. But you know, she's getting there. She's getting there. And I like that. Asuka's intensity, I like it. I love Asuka's intensity. This got good until Peyton Royce Bay and Billy Kay, not Bay, comes out to the ring. Why is the Iconics coming out? You're delivering me a good segment between Asuka and Becky Lynch. And you have the Iconics come out. Why? I would love to know why. Billy says that it's not how a proper champion should behave by making scary faces and threats. Where is the dignity and class? Peyton says you might not talk about Asuka, but did you see Becky bully Kayla around? Typical behavior of a man. Excuse me. Peyton says it does not matter who wins at the Royal Rumble because they are going to win the Royal Rumble match. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I have a better chance of dating Sasha Banks than have Peyton Royce and Billy Kay win the Rumble. Yeah, sure. And they'll be the first ever WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Which I have a little article when we get to that in just a little bit. Then they will make WrestleMania iconic. When I see them at WrestleMania at MetLife Stadium, remind me to use the bathroom during the Iconics' entrance. Just remind me. Remind me when I'm at WrestleMania at MetLife Stadium. Remind me when the Iconics come out. Remind me to go either use the bathroom, buy a beer, or go shopping at the concession stand, then come back to my seat. Honestly. What has Billy Kay and Peyton Royce done on the main roster? Nothing. And I took notes. Becky Lynch versus Peyton Royce. Well, before that, Becky says you want to know what the buzz is about. She will show why she is the talk of the industry. She wants to know which one of them wants to get in the ring with the man and have a match. So this leads to Becky Lynch versus Peyton Royce. I would love to know why this match took over almost 10 minutes. That's the first thing I want to know. Why did Becky Lynch and Peyton Royce have a 10-minute match? Why? Peyton Royce hasn't done anything on the main roster since she's been called up, or should I say been called down, demoted to the main roster. Why is she like trying so hard against Becky Lynch when she knows that Becky Lynch is going to destroy her? I don't know how I feel about this, low key. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't. So I wrote this on my notes here. This should have been a squash match between Becky and Peyton Royce. I don't know why Becky is taking so long to beat someone who's not even on her level. Why Becky struggled to beat Peyton Royce? Obviously, it's not making Peyton Royce look any good. She hasn't done anything on SmackDown Live. Max didn't do anything for me whatsoever. It really didn't. The matchup didn't do anything whatsoever. Becky Lynch wins. Becky makes Peyton Royce tap out to the disarmer. That's it. Post-match, Asuka enters the ring and challenges Billie Kay, and now we have an impromptu match. So then I wrote notes on this again. Why is Becky Peyton Royce match took over 10 minutes, but Asuka's match with Billie Kay ended in about 15 seconds? If anything, Becky versus Peyton should have been a freaking squash match. Should have been a squash match. My honest opinion, should have been a squash. Should have been a squash. I don't know about this, man. I really don't know. Beginning of SmackDown Live really got me scratching my head, and at the same time, why is Becky competing in a 10-minute match against Peyton Royce? Don't know why. Moving along, I want to go over this article real quick before we move along here with the SmackDown Live review. Teams rumored to be competing for the women's tag team title match at the Elimination Chamber. Now, during Monday's Raw show last night, it was announced that the new women's tag team champions will be crowned at February's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view in Houston, Texas on November 17th. It was also revealed that there will be 3 teams from both Raw and SmackDown Live competing for the titles. The team has not been revealed, but at least 4 of them are rumored. The four rumored teams are as following: Sasha and Bayley, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, Tamina and Nia Jax, and the Iconics. In addition, Hall of Famers Trish Stratus and Lita will be returning at some point in 2019 to compete for the titles. Now, if anything, I wouldn't put Trish and Lita in the chamber. I wouldn't. I would have them compete at WrestleMania. Low key, I would. That's how I would book Trish and Lita to compete. I mean, it does say here Trish and Lita will be returning at some point in 2019 to compete for the women's tag team titles. Now, like I said, I wouldn't book them in the chamber. I wouldn't. I would just honestly book them to compete at WrestleMania against whoever the women tag team champions are. AJ Styles music plays, and he makes his way down to the ring. AJ walks past Becky and Asuka before he goes into the crowd and up the aisle into the concourse area. They are back from commercial, and AJ is at a concession stand, and he has soda, hot dogs, and popcorn. Daniel says these people were not healthy and happy, but look at them. These people spent their hard-earned money to be here. These people are no different than the people in Phoenix who will see him kick Daniel's ass at the Royal Rumble to become, once again, WWE Champion. AJ also gives out some of his t-shirts and some of his merchandise. A hoodie person attacks, and it is Daniel Bryan. AJ knocks over the relish, but AJ gives Bryan a spine buster through the hot dog table. Now, all the mustard, I don't know if you guys caught this, all the mustard from that table literally just spilled all over Daniel Bryan's jeans. I laughed. Low-key, I just laughed. I just found that funny. I don't know why. I just honestly found that funny. But I'm really looking forward to the match between Daniel and AJ again after Rumble. I don't know who would win. But we're going to go over that next weekend on the Royal Rumble preview and predictions video before NXT TakeOver Phoenix on, well, probably, I'm going to do that video Friday and then NXT TakeOver preview and predictions Saturday. I'm probably going to do that right here on the channel. Be sure to look out for that video. A hoodie person, oh no, let me just move on from here. I read that already. The Usos are in the middle of a photo shoot and Jimmy is given a gift. Jimmy thinks it might be an early anniversary gift. Jay reads the note and tells Jimmy that she has been a naughty girl and needs to be locked up in the Uso penitentiary. It was signed Love Mandy. You see, anything coming from Mandy Rose, coming to me, man. Who does that bless my heart? Jay shows Jimmy the key to Mandy's hotel room. Is Jimmy gonna move spooky, or is Jimmy gonna be a faithful man in his relationship? I'm gonna take a guess here. I think he does move spooky. Spooky, 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 my friend. Spooky. Samoa Joe walks in the back and he stops to watch EC3 pose in the mirror. They're back from commercial break and we see photos of R-Truth and Carmelo's trip to exotic Stamford, Connecticut. Yeah, what type of vacation is that? Who in the fuck would want to go to Titan Towers in Stamford, Connecticut? I don't. I sure don't. Backstage, Zelina Vega and Andrade Cien Almas. Once again, I will not call him Andrade. Zelina Vega and Andrade Cien Almas are in the interview area. He is asked about facing Rey Mysterio tonight. Andrade says Rey was his idol, but he showed Rey that times have changed. Now he is the future. Zelina says it is 2019. It is time to focus on the future. In that future, Andrade defeats Rey tonight and then eliminates 29 other people at the Royal Rumble match. Then wins the coveted WWE Championship at WrestleMania. My God, does that sound good? My God, does that sound fantastic? I would love Andrade to win. But me and you both know that that's not going to happen. I'm going to say this now. I'm going to say this again when we talk about the Andrade Cien Almas Rey Mysterio match. If Andrade Cien Almas is not given championship gold in 2019, WWE has fucked up on Andrade Cien Almas. Factual. 100% factual. Nobody will disagree with me on that standpoint. Andrade Cien Almas, if you've seen his work in NXT, it cannot be ignored. He gave us the match of the year in 2018 against Johnny Gargano in NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. That matchup was a 5-star classic. Classic. Fantastic matchup. I'm telling you. If they missed the boat on Samoa Joe in 2018. If they missed the boat on Andrade Cien Almas in 2019, this company has no fucking hope whatsoever. This company will be fucking clueless if they do not push people like Andrade Cien Almas, Drew McIntyre in 2019. Hell, I'll even add Finn Balor to this story. I'll even add Finn Balor to this. Honest to God, honest truth here. Moving along. Samoa Joe versus Mustafa Ali. This match never happened. Match never happened. Now, there was a point during this where I thought Joe literally took Ali's head off with the ring post shots. I thought, and one thing about Ali, he can sell a move. He can sell a move. Joe attacks the living shit out of Mustafa Ali. Takes him to the outside. Rams his head onto the freaking steel ring post. He does it not once but twice. The second shot, I thought it took his head off. I thought it literally took his head off. And I have to put my laptop to charge. Give me just a second here, folks. Oh my God. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna edit that out. My bad, guys. My laptop was just dying, so back to what I was saying. I thought Samoa Joe literally took Mustafa Ali's head off during this whole entire thing. I swear to God, Mustafa Ali is an impressive guy, but my God, can he sell a move? Can he sell? This match led to a no contest. This matchup never even happened. Backstage, Sonya is asking Mandy if she really wants to go through with her plans. It could be scandalous. Mandy says that's what she's hoping for. She can't stand Naomi, and what better way to get her get back at her, then break up Naomi and Jimmy's marriage. We see Nikki. I love Mandy Rose. She's just bad as fuck. She's just bad as fuck. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. She's bad as fuck. Yeah. We see Nikki behind the cage laughing and saying, "Play with me, Nikki. I'll play with you." The camera pans over and we see Rey Mysterio walking out to the ring as he momentarily looks back at Nikki as he prepares for his matchup against Andrade Cien Almas. They go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, we get Andrade Cien Almas versus Rey Mysterio. Match for the night, people. This matchup was so fucking good. So good. I really loved this matchup. I really did. Now, I'm going to say this now. And I tweeted this on Twitter. And I also said this on my notes here. I'm going to tell you guys what I tweeted on Twitter in just a second. If I can find the tweet. Because I was being spammed on Twitter all afternoon. I said, after the matchup, I said Andrade wins. And I added, and I mentioned WWE. Push this man in 2019 to the WWE Championship. The work this man has done in NXT should be recognized here. Andrade should be pushed in 2019. Don't at me. Hashtag SmackDown Live. Hashtag push Andrade. The work of Andrade Cien Almas is amazing. I'm sorry. And I loved how Andrade Cien Almas and Rey Mysterio, I loved the dynamic between the two. They're giving us these type of matches now on SmackDown Live. Can you imagine that matchup for a championship match at WrestleMania? Honestly. I can see Andrade Cien Almas winning the United States Championship from Rusev. And then have Mysterio try to take the championship from Andrade Cien Almas at WrestleMania. Honestly, if you're booking the WrestleMania card and you're not putting Rey Mysterio versus Andrade Cien Almas for the United States Championship, you fucked up. Because if you're booking that matchup, this matchup should kick off WrestleMania. Don't put this match on the pre-show. Put Rey versus Andrade Cien Almas at WrestleMania to kick off WrestleMania, to kick off the main show for the United States Championship. Now, we saw the Canadian Destroyer last week. We saw it again this week. My God, that is a pretty, just, a fantastic move. Rey hits it. Rey hits the Canadian Destroyer on Almas for a near fall. Almas blocks the 619, but Rey with a crucifix bomb for a near fall. Almas is set into the ropes, and Vega cannot trip Mysterio when he sets for the 619. Rey hits the 619. Vega gets on the apron to distract the referee, and Almas crosses Rey, and Almas with an elevated hammerlock DDT for the 3 count. Andrade Cien Almas pins Rey Mysterio again. I'm telling you, they have to push Andrade Cien Almas. They just have to push him. I mean, if they don't push Andrade Cien Almas in 2019, they really missed the boat. They missed the boat on Joe last year. They missed the boat on Nakamura in 2017. I would just deadass be done with this company, period, if they missed the boat on Andrade Cien Almas. That is the God honest truth. He is way too good to be wasted. Next thing you know, he doesn't get a push in 2018. He's asking for his release papers, and he's going to AEW. At this point, if I'm Vince McMahon, I cannot afford to lose any other superstar on this roster, on this brand. Because you know what's in front of, you know what's in the rear end of Vince? AEW. Start pushing these guys now. Now. It's now or never. It's now or never. It's now or never. And also, if you guys didn't know, AJ Styles' contract is expiring. It's expiring. If I'm Vince, the one person I do not want to lose is AJ Styles. Because, you know, AJ still has this in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He still has this with his buddies in freaking AEW. With Cody, the Young Bucks, and Kenny and Hangman Page. Think about it. Start pushing these guys now. It's now or never. It's just that simple. Jimmy Uso's in the outside of Manny's hotel room. Despite having a key, he knocks on the door before using the key. Jimmy enters the room and Manny is sitting in a chair wearing a sexy, silky, beautiful black robe. This is where it gets really, really intense here. Manny wants Jimmy to get closer. I would love to get close to Mandy Rose. Mandy says the time to play, it's over. She takes off the robe to reveal her lingerie, her beautiful black, sexy lingerie. Whew, moving along here. She asks him what does he think and what will his wife think. Jimmy says they can't do this, and Mandy says they can. A photographer runs out of the bathroom to take a picture. Jimmy wants to know what just happened. Mandy said, this is not about you. She never wanted him. Mandy says she despises his wife. She walks around like she owns the place. Naomi will never look at her, and everyone else knows it. When she sees the photos of them in her hotel room, it will destroy Naomi's life. Jimmy leaves the room, and Naomi enters. Naomi with punches, and she sends Mandy into the dresser. They fight onto the bed, and Naomi sends Mandy onto the television. Mandy with punches, and Naomi throws Mandy to the floor and slaps her. Mandy sends Naomi into the chair and leaves the room. Jimmy checks on Naomi to see if she's okay. Naomi says she didn't get Mandy the way she wanted. Now, I like Mandy Rose's role. Not gonna lie, guys. I love Mandy Rose's role on SmackDown Live. Yes, she could be that one bitch, but at the same time, you know, you gotta like her role. Yes, she's beautiful, and yes, she's getting a big push, a rumored push in 2019, but it's only a matter of time before we get to see that push. Miz welcomes everyone to the best birthday bash in the world. Okay, now they're starting to push the agenda in the world. The best in the world. Are you fucking serious? I am sick and tired of hearing, oh, best tag team in the world. Oh, best in the world. Best birthday bash in the world. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking kidding me? I have to use a page out of JD's book. Are you fucking kidding me? Honestly, cut the crap with the best shit in the world crap. Cut it off. I don't care. Shit is nauseating. My God. This cannot be a bash without the birthday boy himself. Miz brings out his bestie, Shane McMahon, which I didn't know today was Shane's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Shane McMahon. Shane shuffles his way into the ring, and then once he gets into the ring, it is Shufflemania. This is so nauseating. Shane thanks Miz and everyone in the arena. Shane tells Miz he is usually uncomfortable when it comes to birthdays. Miz says it isn't Chuck E. Cheese. Now, I used to love Chuck E. Cheese when I was little. Love Chuck E. Cheese. Love the mascot too. Their pizza, their games. A wonderful blast. He didn't get any cheap cake. He went to Shane's favorite bakery and got 2 cakes. No, Miz, you got it from Titus Catering. I bet one was chocolate chip, was chocolate cake, and the other one was vanilla. Bet money was that. Sources told me it was vanilla and chocolate. I thought it was fucking chocolate and tres leche. But I heard it was vanilla. Very good. Very good. Shane asks, why is there a picture of them on one of the cakes? Miz mentions that the best in the world. Here we go again with the best in the world. Trophy is in the photo too. Miz gives Shane his present. Miz says it is hard to get a gift for Shane. Shane opens the present and it's the Jordan 33s. Golf clap. Golf clap. Shane appreciates them. Miz says that is not all. He has a video feature for Shane McMahon with more shuffling than most mortals can do. Shane says he is speechless. Shane says thanks Miz for the video, and he thanks Miz for coming out and opening up about how much it means for your relationship with your dad. Now I got a feeling down in the I'm not gonna go over the rest of this because it's just straight garbage here. I don't know why Shane and Miz are competing for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. I just don't know why. I just don't know why. I just really don't know why. I'm just mind fucked here, honestly. But Miz stops Shane and tells him that he's in his suit. I mean, because Shane wants Miz to go against Sheamus. Shane says he wasn't dressed when he won the best in the world. Shane reminds Miz who he is. Shane tells Miz he can do it. Shane tells Miz that it is his birthday wish. Yeah, sure, Shane. Yeah, fucking sure. So the match was official between the Miz and Sheamus. I didn't care about this match. Did you care about this match? I did not. Just know Miz wins with a roll-up. Cesaro punches Miz from the apron. Shane gets on the apron and throws Cesaro through the table with the vanilla cake. Miz with the roll-up for a 3 count. The winner of the match is the Miz. Post-match, Shane attacks Miz and Shane punches Sheamus and hits a corkscrew back elbow. Miz with a skull-crushing finale. Miz and Shane put Sheamus in the corner and Shane goes up top for the coast-to-coast into the piece of cake as SmackDown goes off the air. One thing I must say about The Miz, though. I just cannot see him as a babyface. I don't know about you guys. I just cannot see Miz as a babyface. He's one of those natural-born heels. He's got the main event mouth. He's great in the ring. I just can't see him as a babyface. Eventually, I think Miz will turn on Shane, leading to a Miz-Shane McMahon match at WrestleMania 35 at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey in April. Oh boy, there's a long review. Thank you guys so much for watching the review. That is it for your SmackDown review. If you guys enjoyed that SmackDown review today, smash that like button as hard as you possibly can. Be sure to comment down below what you guys thought of SmackDown Live tonight. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on bell for all notifications. I appreciate all the support from you guys. Shout out to TM161 and everybody else on the Twitter group chat. You guys know who you guys are. Link to TM161's channel will be down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be live streaming tomorrow right here on YouTube for NXT. I'll be watching NXT on my PS4 while I'm live streaming with you guys right here on YouTube. So be sure to turn on those bells for notifications to see when I am live streaming. That being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for NXT. I will see you guys tomorrow on the NXT live stream. Talk to you guys tomorrow.